recording. All right. Well, you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So welcome. So what we're going to do today is a variation of box breath. We're going to shorten the retention by 1 count. So hopefully this will make it a little bit easier for everybody. The trick here is a lot of times what happens is that when we breathe during the day, it becomes very unconscious. And so the goal is to bring the breath back to mindfulness, which then helps reset our nervous system so that then our nervous system runs a little bit better during the day. So make sure that you're comfy, make sure that everything is where it should be. For example, hips higher than the knees. Make sure that everything feels stacked, shoulders rather than feeling very protracted or just relaxed and open. There we go, beautiful, lovely. It's so good to see you all this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just, oh, yay. Okay, sorry, I digress. Anyway, let everything get comfy, let your eyes gently close. And for the first couple cycles of breath, just allow your body to breathe you. Just allow your body to have its own rhythm. And see if you can just sink into the rhythm that is your body. So begin to follow your inhale, begin to follow the exhale without trying to change or lengthen any of the breath. And as you begin to connect into the way that your body breathes, take a moment to observe if there's any areas of tension, any areas of discomfort. And then please make whatever readjustments you can or are able to see if you can't release some of that tension or discomfort. And then when you're ready, let's first bring our body into that deep diaphragmatic breath. So let's begin by starting the inhale from the low belly and then allowing the breath to fill up at the solar plexus and then allowing the breath to come all the way underneath the collarbone and above the heart. And then with your exhale, once you begin from underneath the collarbone, release the breath there, then release the breath at the solar plexus, and then finally low belly and feel that deep squeeze in. And let's go ahead and do that twice more. So again, full low belly breath, coming all the way up. And then as you exhale, releasing from the top and moving down. And then one more time, full belly, deep inhale. Moving all the way up, and then exhale, bringing that all the way down. Okay, the next step in today's breath is that you're going to keep that diaphragmatic breath, but now we're going to change it and structure it. We're going to make the breath mindful so that that way our bodies can relax and we can help reset our nervous system. So we're going to go ahead and before we start, it'll be an inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 3, exhale for a count of 4, inhale and pause and retain for a count of 3. So 2 retentions, an inhale and an exhale. So when you're ready, coming from the low belly, inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold for 1, 2, 3, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 3, 2, 1. Let's do 4 more sets. When you're done, please set your hands over your heart, palms facing down. So do this with your cycle of breath, your quiet count. And when you're ready, go ahead and bring your hands to your heart. You're going to move into the next space, which is to sing and feel the vibration in our body. So we'll start by singing the sound of ah, then we'll move to the sound of oh, and then we'll move to the sound of hmm. On your 4th breath, please set your intent. Make it an I am statement for something that you most need and something that you most desire. So when you're ready, still using that deep diaphragmatic breath, slow, steady inhale coming from the low belly. Ah. try to gently, slowly release the hands. Let them come down by the sides. Go ahead and just move into just a little bit shoulder and breath. So with your arms down by your sides, take a moment to feel the inner edges of the shoulder blades. Gently begin to work towards each other. Feeling that deep squeeze, if possible, all the way along that inner edge of the shoulder blade from the top to the bottom. From here, when you're ready, full deep diaphragmatic inhale coming from the low belly, sweeping the arms all the way out and up, big movement. Let the palms touch. Here, what I'd like you to do with the palms up overhead, take those upper arms and I want you to gently feel those upper arms draw together. So squeeze those upper arms gently together. Hands can come rather than up overhead a little bit further in front of you if that's what helps this movement. Gently release when you're ready, and on the exhale, let the hands sweep all the way back down. We're going to do that twice more. So again, feel the inner edges of the shoulder blades, gently squeeze towards each other. If your body says yes, connect into the lower part of the shoulder blade and also feel the shoulder blade draw down towards the waist. And then from here, deep inhale. Staying connected into the squeeze, even as you bring your arms all the way up. Allow the palms to touch. And up here at the top, squeeze those upper arms towards each other. If the muscles begin to shake, that's great. If you begin to notice that you're warming up, that's wonderful. Feel that connection. And then with the next exhale, gently allow it to release. Sweep those arms down. And then let's go ahead and do that one more time. Take those inner edges of the shoulder blades. Squeeze. And depress if possible. Find the opening. And then from here, inhale, sweep it all the way up. Palms touch. And feel the inner edges one last time. Upper arms squeezing together. See if you can notice if the shoulder blades are wrapping around now the lateral side as you're gently squeezing and pulling. Release that. Let the arms come back down and then allow the shoulders. Move in lots of different directions, you guys. Just really connecting. Okay. Fingers. What I'd like us to do, since we're getting a little close to Christmas, is I want you to find that sweet spot where your ear joins your jaw. Gently press. Notice if there's a little sensitivity in there today. No judgment, just noticing. And if you notice some sensitivity, or even if you don't, we're just going to exercise the jaws a little bit. What I want you to do is gently open the jaw. Stretch it open as wide as you can. Beautiful. Let that relax. Now, following the bottom edge of your cheekbone, gently let those first two fingers just slide across. So what we're doing right here is we're coming across our masseter muscle. This is a really strong muscle in the jaw. And we're just doing a little bit of cross fiber work to help release the tension that we may be holding and may not know. And we're just gently drawing along that edge. We'll get to a place on the cheekbones where the fingers will start to come up And when we reach that part, just go ahead and gently let it relax. First two fingers again, come back to that sweet spot. And just notice if it's as tender as it was just a moment ago. One more time with your fingers lightly in that sweet spot. Open the jaw again as wide as it will go. Gently allow that to release. And now this time, I want you to take your thumb. So you're going to change from your fingers to your thumb, placing the thumbs in that sweet spot, right up where the ears and the jaw draw together. And now this time, with your thumbs, gently, slowly draw down the back of the jaw. And let the thumbs come just to the inside of the bone. And then allow, this is not, you're not digging, this is just a slow, steady stretch into the muscle. So we also have several muscles that come and join from the neck and meet up here underneath the jaw. These muscles can also get very tight. So you're just allowing your thumbs to continue to come forward until they reach your chin, which is where the bones will narrow and your thumbs will meet. And then just gently allow that to release. One more time. Move the jaw from side to side. Does it feel more free? Does everything feel a little better? Yay. Okay, you guys, so we're going to play with our feet a little bit. We don't normally take a lot of time for this, but today we're going to. So what I want you to do is making sure that you are comfortable on your seat. I want you to go ahead, take your hands interlaced behind your knee and bring your feet one foot. This is the left foot or your right foot, doesn't matter. Good, beautiful. So you're interlaced. This way your back can stay long and relaxed. Shoulders can stay relaxed. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to flex the foot. So draw the toes towards your knee. And then as you exhale, gently point the toes. So that's a plantar flexion when you point the toes. When you flex your foot back, that's a dorsiflexion. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take your toes, I want you to squeeze them, curl them around. We used to do this all the time when we were little, but as adults we tend to forget this movement. So I want you just to find those toes. And you might find that as you curl your toes, you feel this in the sole of your foot. Okay. Now with the toes curled, I want you to dorsiflex your foot, or excuse me, plantar flex your foot, so extend the foot. And then with the toes still curled, you'll notice that you're kind of stopped. You can't really dorsiflex your foot near as far as you can when the toes are extended. And then let the toes relax, wiggle the toes. There we go, good. Now I want you to draw a circle clockwise with your foot. And then I want you to draw a circle counterclockwise with your foot. There we go. Yeah, working up into the ankle. Beautiful. Okay, now what I want you to do is evert your foot. So you're going to take it from facing up, and I want you to bring the toes out laterally and feel the heel come in. Just notice how that feels. Bring the foot back up and now invert. So I want you to bring, and you might find that the lateral side, this outer side of your foot, curls away a little bit, and that's fine. But just bring the toes in, working the heel out a little bit. Oh, just trying to find that full range of motion. And then let it relax. Bring the knee back up, and now let's change legs. So interlace your hands right underneath. So the same thing. First thing I want you to do is dorsiflex your foot. So I want you to bring the toes back towards your knee. And then when you're ready, exhale, point. And flex back. and then plantar flex. And just kind of notice if there's a difference between your feet. Next, I want you to take those toes and I want you to curl them down as tightly as you can. And notice if you have sensation through the sole of your foot. Okay, so tighten down. Oh, our toes are not used to doing this anymore. They should be, but they're not. Beautiful, you guys. So just squeeze. Now, with the toes squeezed, that's my new technical term. I want you to see if you can plant or flex your foot. So with the toes tight, 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 point them a little bit. And then with the toes tight, gently bring them back. Notice that as you try to dorsiflex, it may be a little bit more difficult. And then gently release the toes. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. Starting with a clockwise circle. Draw circles. Good. And then move in the opposite direction. Good. And then now we're going to evert the foot. So toes come out, heels come in. Breathe. And then we're going to invert the foot. So allow the toes to come in and the heel to gently work its way out. Oh, find that movement. And again. Good. Let it relax. Replay. And let it come down. Okay. So from here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move into gate pose. We haven't done this one in a while. Parigasana. We're going to work from our knees. So anybody who's got grumpy knees, please make sure that you have padding underneath the knee. Y'all saw me turn my clock off or my phone off. Okay, here we go. Movement. I don't want to be beheaded. Okay. All right, you guys. So here we go. So we are on our knees. You've got extra padding underneath your knees if they happen to be grumpy. Okay. We're going to start by extending the right leg. So you can start with your hands to your hips, and I want you to draw that right leg out. Let me move my blanket so that you can actually see my right leg. There we go. Good. Everybody got that? Beautiful. Good, good, good. All right. So from here, right hand is going to turn palm face up. Lengthen into the left arm. And then when you're ready, exhale and slide yourself over to the right. Oh, breathe. And just kind of notice how the side body's feeling today. Breathe. Nice. Beautiful. And then inhale, bring it up. Good. Hands back to the hips. Bring that right knee in. And then exhale, bring the left leg out. Good. This time, left arm comes up. Okay. Inhale, lengthen into the right arm. And when you're ready, exhale. Gently slide, opening into that right rib cage. And breathe. Beautiful. Good. Very nice. Very nice. And gently, slowly release. Hands come back to the hips and come in. Okay. So now we're going to do a little bit of a circle. We're going to do some movements in between. So from here, you're going to start again, right leg. Allow that to come out. Right hand comes on top of the leg. Inhale, lengthen that left arm. Exhale, gently, slowly. Roll over to the right. Breathe deeply. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome. And then gently lift. Inhale up. Okay. Now, you have two options. You can either bring that right leg in, and then bring it forward. Or if you're comfortable, you can hold on to the knee and then tap it around and come in. So everybody gets to decide what feels best. So again, now, make sure that the knee and ankle are stacked. Let the hip gently come down and forward. So now we're opening a little bit into the top of the left thigh. What I want you to do here, just to make sure that you're not overstretching, right? We're keeping our SI joint stable. I want you to squeeze strongly through that left glute. So squeeze. I want you to make it active. While you're squeezing, you're going to take this left hand, bring it palm facing down, now onto the back of the leg. Inhale with that right arm. And as long as your body says yes, lift your heart towards the ceiling. And make sure that you do that while you're squeezing that left glute. Gently release, bring that right arm down. Release the left. Here we go. Gently bring yourself out. So now we're back into a gentler lunge. Step the knee back. Beautiful, you guys. When you're ready, step that left leg out. Okay. Left palm comes up, resting on top of the thigh. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, gently roll yourself over. Good. Feel that left or right side opening. Beautiful. Good. Good, good, good. Nice. And then inhale, bring yourself up. Hands can come to the hips. Now again, same thing on this side. You can either draw this in and bring it forward, or you can stay from here and bring it all the way up. Okay, beautiful, you guys. Gently, slowly, keeping the knee and the ankle in line. Gently let the hips come forward and down, opening into this right front thigh. Again, to help keep the SI joint stable and the sacrum stable, take this right glute, squeeze it. From here, right hand comes to palm facing down onto the back of the thigh. Left arm, as long as your body says yes, lift it up. And if your body says yes, lift your heart to the ceiling. Breathe. Squeeze the glute. Deep, full breath. Play with the shoulders. Keep breathing. And then gently release. Left arm first. Right arm first. Step or lean back so that you're not so deep into the lunge. And then step that left leg back. Beautiful, you guys. Okay, little bit of movement from side to side. So let those hips float over to the left. Let the hips float over to the right. Okay. Are you ready? We're going to do a little bit more. So what I want you to do next is grab your blocks. Okay. I want you to place your blocks so that they are next to each other. Please remember that you have 3 heights. So choose the height that's going to feel best for you. Okay, you're going to place one hand on top of the block, the next hand on top of the block. You're going to start in tabletop position. Okay. And it might be that as you do this, if your body gets tired, this is the position that you will come back to. So I want you to make sure that you're using everything that we do today as an invitation. So you're really checking in with your body and you're really making sure that this feels good. So the first thing I want us to practice is a shoulder blade push-up. So your arms stay straight. And what you're going to do is, coming from the shoulder blades, I want you to take a moment and squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades together. As you squeeze the inner edges of the shoulder blades together, your chest comes down towards the block slightly. From here, to push yourself back up, I want you to push down through the hands and then squeeze and pull those upper arms together, just as we did. So now, breathe. We're allowing, as we pull, the shoulder blades to come from the back towards the lateral side. We're engaging through our serratus anterior muscles. Let that come back. So that is a shoulder blade push-up, you guys. Are you ready? From here, if your body says yes, you're going to go ahead and lengthen into a plank. So you're going to curl underneath your toes. Look at yourself in the computer. Make sure that you are long and strong. Feet are hip distance apart. Now, here's the fun part, because we're also using our core right now, right? Do we have the little shaky shake going? From here, when you're ready, you're going to walk your feet up. Only go as far as is comfortable. Okay, so notice that my feet are still about a foot behind. That's okay. If you can get your feet so that they're touching the blocks, that's great, but just know that it doesn't have to be that way. You've got as much bend in the knees as you need to, okay? And here's what I want you to do. I want you to shift your balance into your left foot. You can come up onto the fingertips of this right block, and I want you to lift your leg and touch the toes to the top of the block, and then bring it back down. Okay, we're going to do that again so that everybody gets a chance to practice. Notice that I have a slight bend going on in my left leg. Okay, so again, I'm up on my fingertips on my right. I'm steady and strong through my left leg. I'm squeezing through the glute. I'm hovering, no weight on the right leg. And I'm going to actually try to touch the block with my right toes. And then gently allow it to come back. Beautiful, you guys. Everybody looks gorgeous. Now we're going to replant through this right leg. Okay. Get strong through the right leg. So there's a slight bend in the right leg. Spread wide through the toes. Squeeze through that right glute. And now come up onto the fingertips of the left, and I want you to step forward with that left foot. Touch the toes to the block. Bring it back down. And again, come forward, touch the toes to the block, and bring it back down. Final piece of this is spread wide through the toes. Squeeze through the glutes, bend into the knees. And I want us to take Ardha Utkatasana, half thunderbolt or half chair pose. So you're squeezing strongly here. We love this posture. Beautiful, ladies. Fabulous. Good. Take a moment to check in with the shoulder blades. Is the upper back rounding or is it flat? Take a moment to check in with the computer and then gently, slowly release. Hands come back to the blocks. Fingers are spread wide. Check in and make sure that you're breathing and you're not holding your breath. And here we go. Shift your body weight forward and gently walk the legs back. Come back into plank. Beautiful. Good. Bend back into the knees. Take tabletop. we're going to go ahead and do a shoulder blade push-up. So when you're ready, as you breathe, squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades together, even as the arms stay long. And then when you're ready, exhale. Feel those shoulder blades roll away from each other. Now take the front upper part of the arm and pull those arms together to help pull the shoulder blades laterally and engage through your serratus anterior. From this place, curl underneath your toes, lengthen the legs, coming back to plank. Beautiful. Nicely done. If your body says yes, shift your hips, walk your feet forward. And again, you're only coming as far forward as your body says yes. You're putting as much bend into the knees as possible. Now we're going to start backwards. So I want you to shift the body weight into the right leg. Come up onto the fingertips with the left, bend into the knee, touch the block with the toes. And now this time we're going to do something a little bit different yet. Come back down onto the palm, the left palm. Take that left leg and kick it back. It doesn't matter how far or how high. So if your kick back is 1 foot above, that's great. If it's parallel, that's great. And if it's higher, that's great. What do I want you to check into? As always, squeeze your glutes. Stabilize those muscles. So squeeze into that right glute. Breathe. Gently release. Lower that left leg. Oh. Okay, from here, we're going to take Ardha Utkatasana, half chair. So squeeze those glutes, bend into the knees. This time, let your hands rest on top of the knees. Breathe and squeeze. If your body says yes, I want you to take that right hand, bring it to the outside of the left thigh. Gentle twist. Still squeezing through the glutes. Lovely. Breathe. Unwind. Take the right hand, or the left hand. Gently bring it on top of the right thigh. Gentle twist. Still squeezing through the glutes. Breathe. Release. Hands come down to the blocks. Gently lengthen back into the legs. Those of you whose feet are going, gosh, we really need to do something right now. Hands are either in fists or they're lightly on top of the blocks. I want you to lift the heels. Oh, come on to the ball of the foot. Find the ball of the foot and the toes without gripping. Gently, slowly lower down. Here we go. Changing. Now moving into this left leg. Round into it. Get very light. Come onto the fingers of the right hand. Lift those right toes and gently touch the toes to the block. Gently bring it down. Readjust one more time, squeezing into that left glute. This time, allow that right leg to go back and up. It's choice. How high does it want to go? Beautiful. Ladies, you look lovely. And one more time, what are your glutes doing? Are you squeezing? Good, thank you. Gently, slowly lower that leg down. Okay, from here, hands come back to the blocks. Walk the legs back. Plank, breathe. Beautiful. Find your core. Squeeze the glute. Bend into the knee. We're going to pause here before we do our final set. So as long as your body says yes, you may need to walk your knees back just a little bit more. Always maintain, say, flexion through the knees. So that means if the hips need to stay up, bring your arms just a little bit across the block and let everything sink and relax. If flexion is okay, you can bring the knees forward and let everything sink and relax. So please do what feels best for your body. Nice. Lovely, everyone. Good. And we're just pausing. We're letting our body absorb what it is that we're doing. Because we're doing some pretty big work. Maintaining that deep diaphragmatic mindful breath. And gently, slowly release. Come back up to tabletop. Hands are on the blocks one last time. Okay, here we go. Spreading wide through the fingertips. Let's do one more shoulder blade push-up. So keeping the arms long. Squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades together. Breathe, beautiful. Nice. And then I want you to release that. I want you to begin to feel the pull of the upper arms towards each other so that the shoulder blades can move laterally and gently wrap around and down. So really feel that squeeze through the inner edges of the arms, drawing them towards each other, really pulling and feeling serratus anterior also pull down. From here, curl underneath the toes, lengthen back into the legs, taking plank. Beautiful, lovely. And now shift the hips high and walk the feet forward. Again, you're only coming as far forward as is comfortable for your body. Okay. Spreading wide through the toes. Bend into the knees. Let the torso come up. Half chair. Breathe. Beautiful, you guys. Now, what I want you to do is allow the arms to come out like an airplane. Squeeze those inner edges of the glutes. Squeeze, or excuse me, those inner edges of the shoulder blades. Squeeze those and squeeze your glutes. From here, press down through the feet. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Palms touch. Sorry, I have to change my camera angle. Exhale. Bring it all the way back down. Squeeze again. Inner edges of the shoulder blades. Squeezing into the glutes. Release. Hands come back to the blocks. Walk those feet back. Plank. Lovely. Bend into the knees. And again, take whatever variation of child's pose. So if you need to be careful of knee flexion, you're going to take more of a puppy pose. If you have a little bit more knee flexion, bring the hips further back towards the heels. Hands are resting on top of the block, so make sure that you are not overextending through the shoulders. Wherever you are here, whether it's more in puppy or in child's pose, you're going to leave your right hand where it is on the block. You're going to bring your left hand off the block. I'm waving at you with my left hand. Palm facing up. It's going to come underneath. And see if you can take it all the way up to the shoulder so that you can place the left side of the head on the mat. Just moving into a very gentle twist. Lovely. Everybody looks wonderful. Very nice. Breathe. Two more cycles of breath. And then gently, slowly unwind that left arm. Come back into either puppy or child's pose, letting your body soften. And now this time, I want you to keep your left hand on your block. Remove your right hand, which I'm waving at you. Palm facing up, slide underneath. So you've got underneath that left arm. See if you can bring it all the way up to the shoulder. Right side of the face gently rests on the mat. Hips can be high, hips can be low. Please take what feels best for your body. Breathe and soften. Good. Everybody looks beautiful. Two more cycles of breath. And then very gently, slowly unwind. One last time, coming back to the center. Gently remove your hands from the block. Let them come back, palms facing down, so that you can press yourself up. And then bring yourself up to standing. Grab your chair, and I'm going to shift the camera. All right, you guys. How are we feeling? Is we doing okay as you guys get set up for this next part? Yes? Good? All right. Yay. Okay. Okay, so we have our chairs. We good? What I'd like us to do is have it handy, okay? We're going to start with our feet about 1 foot behind, all right? So we're going to break this down into as many different parts as we can. Please make sure that you are working from an invitation in your body. You're not pushing to try to do something that your body's not ready for, okay? So the first thing I want you to do is take a deep, full inhale, breath of joy. Exhale, bend into the knees, squeeze through the glutes, engage through the core, protecting the back, and bring yourself down so that the hands are right at the edge of the seat. Okay. All right. From here, what I want you to do is, I have to move my blocks, excuse me. Okay. Starting with that right foot. So you're anchored in your left foot. I want you to take that right foot and step it back. And as long as your body says yes, you're going to bring yourself into high lunge. Okay. And again, you're squeezing strongly through your glutes to make sure that everything is stable. Okay. This next part, if you're tired, because we've done a lot with our legs already, please take your hands and fingers back to the seat of the chair. What we're going to do next is you're going to go ahead and with this right leg, dip down. Okay, there you go, good. And then lengthen back up. And come back up, okay? So that's the first thing. If that felt really easy to you and you would like to try this without the chair, we're going to do it again. So the next step is take this right leg, squeeze through that glute, really squeeze it. As you squeeze, you're going to be feeling this in the opening of the front thigh. Bring it down. Come onto the tops of the toes and go, oh, yay, we did it. Okay, from here, we're going to do again what we did before. Take your hands, palm facing down on the back of the right thigh. Inhale with that left arm. Lift the heart and breathe. Squeeze the glute, you guys. You're not going to go as deep, but you will be stable and safe. Breathe. Release. Let the hands come down. Now, if your body's tired and you're like, oh my God, now we got to get ourselves all the way back up. Hands to the seat. Always come back, hands to the seat. Curl underneath the toes. Lengthen the leg back up. Step forward. Beautiful. Take a moment, let your hands, forearms come onto the seat of the chair. Open the legs a little bit. So now my foot is half on and half off. I'm in my mat. So I have a narrow, wide-legged stance. Bend into the knees. You're going to go ahead and create a diamond through your head and just let your body rest right here. Breathe. Soften. And then gently release. Take your fingers to the front edge of the seat. Bring yourself up. Okay, you guys, everybody was there for my little Monday musings about plyometrics. Very gently. I want you to see if you can hop your feet together. Beautiful. Yay, look at you go. Okay, now I want you to see if you can hop back out. Lovely. Look at you go. Awesome. And who says we can't do plyometrics too? We absolutely, positively can. One more time. Gently hop back together. Good. Check in. How did that feel for knees? How did it feel for hips? How did it feel for feet? Good. All right, here we go. Next side. Okay. So again, get nice and stable. Deep inhale. Bring the arms all the way up. Big breath of joy. Exhale. Bend into the knees. Use your core. Squeeze through the glutes. Come down so that just the fingertips or palms are on the back or on the seat of the chair. Breathe here. Shift your body weight now into that right foot. Get light with the left. Step back. If this is comfortable, then I want you to come up onto the ball of that left foot and touch with the knee. Check in and make sure that that feels okay. Lengthen back into the leg. Use hands on the back of the chair. Step that left foot forward. Okay. If that felt safe and easy and you'd like to do one more step, hands come back to the hips. You've got your chair so that if at any point you need the extra stability, please use it. Shift the body weight into that right leg, squeeze through the glute, and then step that left leg back, high lunge. Breathe and squeeze. Love your body. If and when your body says yes, if not, go back to the seat. Gently, slowly squeezing through this left glute. Bring that knee down. Beautiful. Let go of the toes. So come on to the top of the foot. Again, as long as your body says yes, left hand comes behind, palm facing down on the back of the thigh. Inhale. Right arm up, palm is facing behind. Lift your heart if your body says yes. Breathe. And very gently, slowly. Right hand comes up and down first. Release the left. Okay. Again, if your body is going, wow, it's a lot of work, fingers come to the chair. Curl underneath the toes, lengthen into that leg. If you need to, come onto the palms. And now, big step, bring that left leg back up. Okay. Sidestep the feet out so that you have toes half on, half off your mat. Bend into the knees. Come onto the forearms. Let go of your head and neck. Breathe slowly, breathe fully. Squeeze into those glutes, bring yourself up. Hands come back to the hips. When you're ready, starting from bent knees, lightly hop feet together. Beautiful. Good. Nice. All right. Let's take the chair and sit in it. Good. Very nice. Make sure that as you're sitting in your chair, it's just on the sits bones. You've got lots of space between front and back. Okay, starting with the right leg first. Bring it up. Okay, please remember always we're taking care first and foremost of our knees. So if this is not a comfortable position, I want you to slide your leg over so that you're taking the tension off of the knee joint. As long as that feels okay, if it needs just a little bit, feel free to interlace the fingers underneath the knee to cradle it. Where we're going to place our focus now is deep into the side of the glute and into the hip joint. So very gently, very slowly, just begin to fold, coming from all the way down at the hips. So there's nothing to do for the shoulders. That's not going to get us there faster. So it's almost as if everything from about the heart and the shoulder stays upright. It's not moving. What's moving is all the way down here, where you're beginning to find that hinge, and you're beginning to determine sensation through the glute. Just let your body relax. Take a moment, and I want you to find that right glute and squeeze it. As you squeeze it, notice if that gives you a little bit more space to come in. But you've got to really be focused on keeping that right glute active. Now let it relax. See if you notice a difference. And then one more time. Squeeze that right glute really strongly. Just the right glute. Notice how that sensation feels by squeezing, and then gently allow it to relax. Okay, gently, slowly bring your torso up. Now, you guys, this next part, I want you to be really mindful of what your knees are telling you, what your ankles are telling you. You're going to take your left hand. I want you to bring it underneath that joint. You're going to bring the leg up. If that feels comfortable, you're going to take your right hand, bring it across the top so that then you can take your left hand and cradle it like a baby. Okay? But you're being very mindful. Breathe. Notice if your back is rolling away from you tremendously because the low back and the glutes are really tight. If they are, just bring the baby down. From where you are right here, I want you to squeeze again into that right glute. Really squeeze, ladies. Wake that right glute up and let it relax. Gently unwind. Bring that right leg down. Let it wobble back and forth. Good. Now, take a moment and just sit here and notice if you can feel a difference between that right lower back, that right glute, and that right hip. Does it feel just a little bit more open? That's what we're going for. Okay, left side. Left leg comes up and over. Again, just because you were able to do one thing on one side, because we have different habits, this left knee may feel different than the right knee. So if it does, slide it over. If it's just out by just a little bit and you want to try this, you're going to interlace your fingers just below the knee. Okay? So same thing here again. Nothing's happening through the upper torso, you guys. This is all about hinging through the hips. So you're just very gently going to begin to hinge the fold coming from the low belly to the legs. When you find that spot where your body says that is the invitation, that's where it feels good, stop at that location. Now I want you to find that left glute and I want you to squeeze that left glute. Just the left one. Really find it, really wake it up. And then gently allow it to relax. If your body says yes and you can hinge in a little bit more, do it. One more time, squeeze. Find that left glute. Make those muscles work. You guys, unfortunately, in our society, let it relax. If your body says yes, come forward. With the amount of sitting that we do, our glutes become highly weak and inactive. So all we're trying to do is go, hey, let's work. One more time, squeeze. And it's very important because guess what? The glute actually connects to the knee. Believe it or not, it does, through the IT band. So the stronger your glute, the more lateral stability you'll have in your knee. Let it relax. Slow, steady breath. Okay. Gently, slowly, bring the torso back up. Now, as long as your body says yes, we're going to rock the baby on this side. So start with the right hand coming underneath that left ankle. Left arm comes forward and wraps around. Once you've got that, then you can take the right arm, bring it all the way up to the elbow. Oh, there we go. Get nice and stable. Just holding the leg. Make sure that there is no untoward twerking or tweaking through the knee or the ankle. You are working at the invitation of your body. One more time, I want you to find that left glute and squeeze that glute. It may protest a bit. That's okay. Squeeze, squeeze. One more time. Squeeze, and gently, slowly, very gently, release that leg. Pause here. Give it a little wiggle wobble. Okay. How does that feel, ladies? That was, you guys, you did an amazing job today. Holy socks. Are we ready? We're going to come down onto our mats. If you choose, you're more than welcome to bring your legs up on your chair for final relaxation. If that doesn't feel like that's something that you need, you don't need to. So we're going to come all the way down. Slowly down. Draw your knees in. Give yourself that yummy hug. Okay. Once you've given yourself that yummy hug, you can either extend your legs and put them on your chair, or you can extend your legs all the way down. You can use bolsters, blankets, eye bags, whatever you need. Let go of everything and let it be very soft. Let your eyes close. Let your body get used to being on this plane of gravity, back against the mat, letting everything sink and draw towards the center. If you feel like you need one more squeeze, you're going to take a full long inhale. At the top of the inhale, I want you to squeeze everything. Toes, feet, calves, thighs, glutes, back, core, shoulders, arms, hands, face, and neck. Really squeeze everything. One more time, and then let it relax along with your breath. Let everything go. Take a moment to reconnect with gratitude, to reconnect with your heart. Take a moment to reconnect with what it was that you set as your intent coming into your practice today. And then let everything soften. Let your body once again breathe you and absorb the benefits of your mindful breath and your mindful movement. Very gently, very slowly, begin to come back to your body and your breath. Start by finding fingers and toes, hands and feet, and allow them to make whatever movements feel best and most natural for your body. Bring the awareness back to the center of the body and into your breath, taking a full deep inhale and exhale through the nose. And then if your body says yes, bring your arms up over your head to stretch, fingers to toes, bones to skin. Gently draw the knees high into the chest. Give yourself that gentle hug. And then when you're ready, roll onto your side and gently press yourself one last time into a seated position. Let your hands come to prayer, your thumbs to rest at the heart point on your sternum. Eyes are gently closed. Y'all, thank you so, so much for being willing to play, try something new, and hop. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Namaste. And may the blessings be.